Hi, this is Mark. These are English conversation clips. And so we'll practice making sentences using the phrase feel like. Okay, so I'm going to write it on the board. Here we go. All right, so feel like, that's our first. Feel like. It's a preference. It's a preference depending on your mood. So mood, that's like feeling, right? What kind of mood are you in? Right, I'm in a happy mood, I'm in a sad mood. So basically mood is how you feel, your feelings, and so feel like. And so a lot of times we go, oh, what do you feel like doing? Oh, I feel like, so what's your mood? What do you feel like eating? So what are you feeling like? What's your mood for eating? Yeah? Yeah, okay, so here's the pattern. So subject plus feel like plus we're doing verb ing. Okay, so for example, I subject and then topic feel like and then ing, I feel like about going for a walk. Okay, so I'm in the mood. I feel like going for a walk. I feel like going for a walk. What do you guys feel like? What do you feel like? How about what do you feel like doing? Okay, so of course we need some questions here, right? Because how are you going to answer, right? So I'm asking for your answer, so I need to give you some questions, right? So for example, what do you feel like? And then here we go. We'll do some action, right? What do you feel like eating? What do you feel like doing? Okay, what do you feel like eating, doing, drinking? And then we can do a different question, like, for example, where do you feel like going, right? Where do you feel like going? Where do you feel like going? Oh, what do you feel like reading, maybe? TV, right? Maybe you're watching TV together. So what do you feel like watching? Right? So, it's hard for me to think right now, but I'm sure there are many questions that you guys could think of and answer. So yeah, cooking. What do you feel like eating, doing, drinking, eating, or I'm sorry, reading, watching? What do you feel like cooking? What do you feel like baking, right? Maybe baking is usually done in the oven, right? Cooking, you're doing that over fire, where the oven, it's heated inside, so you bake a cake, you bake cookies. You can bake casserole, you bake a lasagna, right? So things you put in the oven, we say bake usually, most of the time. Let's see, I wrote some other things about this. I'll write down a little conversation, and then perhaps you can write your own conversations, okay? So let's do a little conversation here. Like doing tonight. So this is a time phrase, this evening. You can say this morning. You can say tomorrow. What do you feel like doing tomorrow? So anything in the future, right? It's got to be the future. And then B says, I feel like watching a movie. How about you? So how about you? That's always a good thing to say, because if someone asks you, okay, what do you feel like doing this evening? I feel like watching a movie. How about you? What do you feel like? What do you feel like cooking? Oh, I feel like cooking some pasta. How about you? So you're asking the other person too, right? So they ask you, you ask them, so you come to a consensus, you come to agree, right? So you want to, if you're doing something with someone else, you want to both want to do it, right? So by asking the other person, you compromise and you come to an agreement. And so it's always good to ask the other person, how about you, right? Right, watching a movie, so you can, change this to anything. I feel like reading a book. How about you? I feel like going for a walk. How about you? I feel like going downtown. How about you? I feel like going to the shopping mall. How about you? I feel like going to a coffee shop. How about you? I feel like going to the park. How about you? I feel like taking a hike. How about you? Support me on Patreon so I can support you here. Okay, thanks so much. I will see you next time. Take it easy. Bye. Thank you.